Look at all these things the game expects me to do. Hilarious.
Do any of them?
I'll probably do a lot of those things. At some point. Maybe not the point the game expected me to do them, but that's eventually. I have no idea, like, how many of the optional upgrades I'm gonna get. You know, like the health and missiles and stuff.
Yeah.
I definitely do not remember all of the health and missile upgrades in this game. But hey, when has that ever stopped me?
Never.
Oh, this game is pretty. I mean, we're seeing it with a weird fuzz filter, with like a weird interlace filter right now for some reason. That's just how like the attract mode of this game plays.
Yeah.
It's a bit
literally
strange.
just how it is.
Also shows some like way late game stuff in this. That's right, Clockwork Babbage, it's prime time. Yeah, Prime is a super good looking game. We're actually right now playing it in 720p on Dolphin.
Yep. I figured out how to do that.
Yeah, how to resize it and not have it slow down and look like ass. But like, even then, it's just upscaling the textures as far as I know. We don't have an HD pack for it or anything. So like, it just looks that nice.
Yeah.
It's really strong art style. It's like one of the few games that manages to pull off sort of like a quote-unquote realistic look. You know, I mean, Samus is still very shiny and fights lots of floating rocks and stuff, but like, I don't know, this game definitely could not be described as cartoony.
No. Rock.
This really has a very strong art style.
Go Rockman.
Yep. We'll be fighting him. I don't know if it'll be today.
No, it will.
It could be today if I wanted it to be.
We're never gonna fight him.
We're going to befriend him.
No, we absolutely are gonna befriend him. He's a giant rock man. I want to be his friend.
Alright, good. The controller is correct. Always good to know.
Yeah, well, I didn't mess with it.
Or just, I had plugged it in after having it unplugged for a bit. You never really know. Mostly it would be avoiding the Rock Boy because I'm gonna come fight him in a I'm gonna go fight him in a dumb way. We will definitely be getting the Spider Ball eventually, but we shall see. Anywho, last time we left off, we were in Phendrana Drifts, and the map was working just fine because we haven't been to too many areas in this game yet,
fucking
or in this place. If we went back to the Chozo ruins, it would get pretty fucking bad. So let's not do that for now. Anywho. Ah, yes, the game does want to tell me something. Predator activity. So, as we mentioned, this is the wrong thing for it to be showing for me. In a way, it's technically correct in the sense that we could totally go get this. Because it...
Space jump boots?
Yes, this is the upgrade that you would get after the space jump boots. And the way that this works, like the way that the game is quote-unquote supposed to go... is you come to the Phendrana region after you beat the Foie Gras, and then you go get the boost ball, and then you go all the way back to your spaceship and get the space jump boots. So you can see why I was like, maybe not do that. Like, sequence breaking here actually cuts out a ton of backtracking.
Yeah.
Probably one of the biggest reasons that this is like the main way that I play the game normally now, because it's just so much more convenient.
Yep.
Anyway, we unlocked a door above us. That's neat, I guess.
I'm hoping this runs okay at 720. Tiny bit of testing. With a little bit of slowdown there.
Yeah. We shall see. If it gets to be too much, well,
we can always just go back down and eat.
Yep.
And especially the other game I was testing it for, it looks like hot garbage.
Okay. Quick look.
I guess it looks fine at native, it just looks really terrible on the stream when you, like, size it up for the stream.
Yeah, okay, so basically, this platform that's over there isn't really gettable. Like, you need the space jump boots to get over there, basically.
Yep.
So let's go the quote-unquote expected way. You end up coming up here, and you can do all this with single jumps. I just love having double jumps.
It makes it easier.
Yep. So these guys, currently unkillable. I like this because you can actually see the reflection of Samus's face. And their like weird lighting effects when they drop balls on you. There's like a few different places where you can like see Samus off of things in this game. This one's probably the easiest.
Nah, mate, I got a load. You're not getting through the door yet.
Give me a moment.
Hey, sir.
Ah. You guys are she-goths. Baby she-goths.
Oh, of course, any potential hitches should also be because it's loading shaders area.
Also possible, although we do have it set to do it originally. We'll see. Yeah, it's also possible to just fall off completely once we played the game for a little bit.
Yeah.
Turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike their backs. Powerful hunters. Bursts of ultra-cold gas at their prey. They fart with their mouths and then eat their frozen dinners. Oops. So I broke that one's back, which means its whole body becomes like a hit thing. If I just shoot this one in the face, I'll bounce off of it.
Okay.
But if you break the thingy, they just become vulnerable.
Become dead is what they become.
That's what they become, yes.
Become dead. Dead as shit.
Anyway. Nope, it's a bit particular.
Hello.
Adorable. And now dead. Oh, look what it is! It's your favorite!
Yay!
Purple Pros.
Yay! I get to like, follow the Chozo swans again.
Our temple, the cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever!
No, you know if there's a seal, someone has to
break
unseal.
it.
This is a video game. Seals are either broken by the good guys or the bad guys. There's never a seal that just doesn't get broken.
No one ever leaves the seal be in any form of media ever.
There's literally not a single video game where there's a seal and it never gets broken.
Fate of the world, gathering the artifacts called a cipher.
Bill!
Yeah, that one.
Bill!
But even if it's not all powerful, it's pretty strong. Enchanted hole made of 12 links, finite in its reach. We who guard it slowly succumbing. Going crazy. Vigilance crumbles away to madness. The cipher will be exposed, and our fate of Talon 4 beyond our influence. So, you know, maybe leaving our corporeal forms wasn't the best thing for us to do.
So you know how last time I said the Chozo put their dicks in trees? And I also decided that the Chozo were swans? I decided after the stream, a couple of days later, I had to see if this joke was both jokes are compatible. So I wanted to search, do swans have dicks? Without searching on Google, do swans have dicks? I don't
know why you wouldn't want to do that.
I don't really need that in my Google search history. So I tried to be a little bit coy. I searched swan anatomy.
By the way, what I'm doing right here, yeah, we'd get cut off from this if we didn't have the space jump boots normally. And right now we have them. However, we are just gonna get cut off from it anyway. The reason for that, after I shoot these icy shriek bats, is that's a wave beam door. Well, shit.
Don't have that yet.
Yep.
Anyway, so I tried. Yes, he mentioned incognito mode, and I couldn't be arsed. So I tried swan anatomy. I figured, you know, swan anatomy. But all I got was like the swan anatomy of their beaks, their wings, the rest of their body.
You're so British the way you did this, by the way.
Literally nothing.
Boy, that is just gonna look awful on stream. Let me get away from that guy.
literally nothing about whether swans have dicks or not. So I was like, right, fine, swan breeding. Right, there's gotta be something. You're breeding swans, you need to know. You need to know. I want to avoid using anything that was like penis or dick in the,
Can't tell you why.
So swan breeding, I'm like, great, it's coy, but swan breeding, you'll have to know how swans breed, right? Nothing. Every single site was so fucking coy about it. It was like, swans mate for life, and they go through this courtship ritual, and then the female lays eggs, and I'm like, okay.
I'm pretty sure there was a step in there.
What happens in the middle bit? Like, do they, is there dick? Is there cloacas? What happens here? So eventually Vega saved me and just typed, do swans have dicks?
Quite literally, do swans have dicks?
On his computer, and found out that yes, swans have dicks.
It was in the little Google box.
It was even. So there we go. My joke stands. The Chozo are swans and they fuck trees.
It's true. With their swan dicks. So anyway, many Chozo have gone beyond now. And this is a mercy. It is a mercy. Dimensional flux, drifting helplessly, across time and space, guided by unseen and inexorable currents. Chozo cling to sanity, fight the tide. Minds are weakening, soon all be like the turned, Chozo who have been utterly corrupted by the great poison. Hold their Chozo forms, minds are black with fell intentions, gone is their respect for life.
Did they fuck trees before or after they went mad?
They respectfully fucked trees before they went mad.
Before they went mad, okay.
Corrupt the artifacts. All life taunts them and they do not rest. So I'm sure that isn't in reference to anything in particular.
Nope.
Anyway, down here we got another one of these boys. 4 dead boys.
So why is Samus down here fucking up their seal?
Well, she isn't really into fucking up the seal right now. She was just chasing Ridley. She also lost, like, all their power-ups and stuff, and, like, there's clearly space pirate activity going on here. Those are space pirate crates right over there.
Okay, so that's...
So it's kind of just her business.
Like, space pirates are here. She's gonna accidentally break that seal, so...
I don't know if it'll be accidental. I mean, it's pretty much intentional. So we're looking to get up there. There's these platforms up here that we can't quite jump to. However, we can realign the platforms. Her ship seems to be okay. She kind of just landed it. It was like the text that the game uses is like ground-based reconnaissance required. By the way, this isn't timed, but you can see that shaking behind me. That's because the platforms are falling down. If you fuck that up, you gotta like climb back up and do it again, which cannot always be the strongest thing when you're talking first-person platforming. But hey, it's another morph ball.
It's it's the boost ball. Hold on.
Why, yes it is. We can do sick, nasty half-pipe tricks now. But yeah, Samus could totally fuck off if she wanted to. Ball 2, the sequel to Ball. Someday we'll even get Ball 3.
No, that's...
A hypothesized, more powerful form of ball.
That's one too many balls. 2 only.
So the way this works is you hold B and get a bunch of speed off of it. This is really, really fucking awkward to control when you first do it. I remember having a lot of trouble sort of just understanding it. And it's mostly, you want to go basically completely control stick neutral most of the time, so that you don't fuck things up, unless you want to, like, get off of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Get off.
Yep. But basically it allows you to get up half pipes like this. This is one of the more, like, lock and key kind of power-ups in the game, where there's, like, very specific places where you'll want to use the boost ball most of the time. It does mean you can go faster when you're in the morph ball, though, and that's always nice.
It's always good.
The timing is weird. Once you get it, you'll never really unget it. Oh, hey, what's the game want to tell us about now? Yes!
Oh.
It even says half pipe.
Yeah.
So, this is also the hint system being broken.
Oh, is it?
Because this is telling us how to get to the space jump boots. This is where our ship is, and it is basically saying there's a half pipe in here that leads up to that doorway that, oddly enough, leads up to that doorway. So yes, we can either skate or die here. We will choose die instead.
So you're supposed to go get the space jump,
yep.
and then
immediately come back here. Yeah. So yeah, those guys will fuzz up Samus's visor if you get too close to them.
It really does look very good.
It does, yeah. I'm liking it. But yeah, we've basically caught up with the game at this point and are more or less on the critical path with a lot of, like, saved work on our side.
Yeah.
The next upgrade we're supposed to get is the wave beam. Of course, as soon as we get the wave beam, I'm fucking off. Should be done. But, well, we'll get to that when we get
leaving.
To that.
Good day.
Yep. I do also, while we're in this room, want to show off something that is utterly unimportant right now, but will become something of a notable thing later. It's not these bats.
Hello, yes, Metroid Prime is here.
Indeed. Boing. If we come up over to here, we see this little icy thing.
Hello.
We see a weird thing that we have not seen. We look at this. If I can manage to get a scan off properly.
Nope.
Ice covering this opening can be melted with extreme heat.
Extreme!
I don't know if I am able to scan that. No, it looks like it does not have a thing when there's an icicle in the way. So we don't actually currently have a way of making extreme heat happen, but maybe we'll get one eventually.
We're gonna get a hairdryer.
Or we'll find a hairdryer eventually, yes. Yeah, boost ball. So yeah, basically, at this point in the game, you'd go back, get the space jump boots. Oh, right! This cutscene happens when you walk out this door. Hey, I'm still in this game.
Yeah, and while you're on this planet. Bye-bye!
Yeah, if only I could do a morph ball burnout.
Nice to meet you, Samus.
Nice to meet you, Samus.
Oh, stream title drop. Boom!
Also a power-up over there, but I think that's not quite accessible at the moment. Yeah, there we go. Cordite statue, worn and weathered, presence of a power conduit. Ah, wow, that's like 2 upgrades we don't have then. Oh well. So I used the space jump boots to get up over here. Boy, I wish I could do something about these guys. They are very annoying to me. Oh well, I'm sure we'll never find anything.
They're invincible forever.
They're completely invincible. Red light! Not what I wanted.
That's what you wanted, right? That's totally what you wanted. You wanted to get numb.
I keep doing that to jump, and it's not the jump button. Guys can like shoot projectiles at you. He's actually a bit annoying in this room since it's kind of tiny. But we can handle this.
We very much need a different weapon for those guys.
These guys are a one-time scan. If you leave this room without it, they will basically like the room has a second configuration that it spawns in, and it does not have any of these guys in it, I believe. But they're ice pirates. Parasites are hardy creatures, able to adapt to any environment. A prime example, having adjusted to a frigid climate, this vermin now thrives in it. Omnivorous, can exist in areas hostile to most life forms. Like weird Chozo ruins.
Yeah.
Ah, there is one other place where they show up. Statue depicting a Chozo balancing on a plane of existence on his hands. Jesus, my dude. Calm down.
So goddamn up themselves, like swans.
Swans or art students.
Yeah, that's art students are swans.
I basically always have a thing charged in this game, so once that becomes second nature to me, I'll be ready for it. Not that it does anything to these boys. These hardy little children.
Very strong ice boys.
Indeed. My hands seem to be frozen in place. Appears to be a shell of water. Ice encasing the basin. Water is originated from the statue's mouth. Swans, the art students of nature. Basically. Bust of a Chozo shaman. Several fractures running along this brimstone object. I should probably do this puzzle the way it's likely intended to be done. Depicting a bust of a Chozo shaman adorns the door. Carved into its forehead, translation, to pass my gaze, seek my twin. What could that mean?
I don't know.
If we actually look at these other Chozo statues, they are, this one's an architect. Flawless. Oh.
Perfect.
Philosopher. Flawless.
As they are.
Warrior. Flawless. So the only fucked up statue is this terrible shaman. Is it? Let's forget if brimstone is missiles or bombs, like it would be missiles. So, you know, blow up that non-flawless statue. I don't mind that the game sort of asks you to use the scan visor for, like, literally everything. There we go. That one could be a little bit finicky at times. Yeah, the Chozo were absolutely killed off by ennui more than anything. Some would say it was Space Pirates. It was ennui.
Yeah, it was ennui. So at my old university, there was a pond and there were lots of swans that lived there. You know, it was Britain. We have swans.
They're everywhere.
And they're the queens.
You can't hurt them.
So you used to like know when to avoid the swans, but sometimes they got a little bit ornery when they had like young. And there was one time where I was at the student union, and there was a swan lying down in front of the door. And just a whole bunch of students milling around outside, and no one wanted to, like, go near the swan.
Do not bug the
swan.
swan.
Into the union. We're all just like, fuck, can we go? Will it attack us? If we go past it, will it ignore us? We don't know what the swan will do. Until someone came out, saw the swan, and went, shit, and walked around it, and the swan just sort of watched them. And then sounded like, oh, okay, as long as we're careful, and just don't go, just bypass them. Just walk carefully past them, and
I believe you can skip that, like you can get to that before that cutscene triggers, by the way. Yeah. I don't remember the exact specifics, but figured I'd mention.
There's another time where a swan trapped a bunch of people inside their dorm because it was flapping its wing and attacking anyone who tried to get
when
out.
swans get angry, you don't fuck with that.
There's like the one door out, and they couldn't get out because the swan was there.
So as you kill off these baby ones here, more baby ones show up behind the behind door number 2 and 3. But hey, that's nothing we ain't dealt with before. Frankly, these guys are pretty puny.
Pretty slow babies.
Yep, tiny babies. Haha, you're just babies.
I found for the most part that swans and geese will leave you alone as long as you, like, leave them alone. There were Canadian geese along the river I used to walk by, and they used to not be bothered by me at all. As long as I didn't go near them when they had babies, you're fine.
So, we may have angered the mama. Invulnerable to most beam weapons, crystals on their back absorb energy, which they can fire at prey. Gigas have poor stamina because they're fucking gigantic. Hyperventilate after using their breath attack, making their mouth area vulnerable. Soft underbelly is susceptible to concussive blasts. In battle, they expel frigid gas near their targets. Also fond of ramming and trampling their hapless prey.
I had a friend who had a farm in Britain, in the country.
They have farms.
You have a friend that has a farm.
For the record, if you shoot this guy, you can see the crystals getting all charged up on him.
We see it, yeah.
And if you do that too much, he will just start firing electricity at you.
Boom. And my friend that had a farm didn't have a guard dog, it had guard geese. They were fucking terrifying as a kid. I used to run away from them. He used to come and attack me.
You can missile him when he's breathing like that, or like, you know, like hefty breathing.
You are welcome, King Yu. It's a very adorable game. I was shown it by my brother's girlfriend, a friend of mine.
believe you can, like, the whole thing about the underbelly means you can also, like, throw bombs under it, like, roll under it and do bombs, but that can be kind of, tenuous.
Terrifying, because you can, like, bite
Yeah, this can actually end up being a pretty tough fight because it can be a bit difficult and, like, easy to run out of missiles, and it can also just take a while to do things sometimes.
you. Missiles? Low.
Like, he has a surprising amount of health. But there we go. That's the end of the Sheegoth. I'm sure we'll never see one of those again. If you do have trouble, these basically all drop missiles, and there's like a ton of crates around the room.
The Chozo's weakness is also there.
Probably.
Grab a Chozo by the neck and it's helpless.
Fling it around in a circle. Bombs do tend to be faster than missiles, I think. I've always been a bit averse to it because I've done a more than one 99 health runs in this game where you don't pick up a single energy tank, and it's terrifying. Anywho, so we finally have the wave beam if we look on the right. So you can I just hitting the what would be the C stick on a GameCube, right or left, to swap between beams. It fires these triple blast things. The firing rate is, of course, slower than your regular gun, but it has homing properties on enemies that you lock onto, and of course it can open purple doors, so that's nice too.
Where does the game want us to go after getting this?
Ah, yes, I will check the map once I'm back in the main area.
And where are we actually going? That was a terrible laugh. Ah,
yes. So this is why the ice parasites fuck off from this room. They actually get replaced by these bomboos. And the wave beam can fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
We draw them to us and erase them from existence. Ha ha. Yeah, it wants us to go where we're definitely not going, because I have even more fun plans for that.
Ooh.
So yeah, at least these guys are no longer an issue. I believe the wave beam, I honestly don't know which has the higher DPS of the wave beam versus the regular beam. I imagine it might be the wave beam, but I'm not sure. There are definitely some enemies that are like, just don't give a fuck about one or the other. Anywho, so normally what you do is back in this door with the boost ball.
Right, yep.
There's a purple door, so obviously that's the way that you want to go. It's not the way we're gonna go.
All right, let's do it. Where are we going?
So remember that
No.
spider ball thing that I jumped up?
No.
Oh, incidentally, there are now baby Sheegoths all over.
Aww.
There were a bunch that weren't around in rooms beforehand. Now there are several. Yeah, I think it's like we will eventually get a beam that is way better than every other beam, but that's for later. Maybe this stream, I don't know. But anyway, we'll eventually get a beam that makes everything better. So yeah, now that we have this wave beam, we can in fact open a door that would have blocked me off earlier. And because of that, it's actually worth popping back to Chozo Ruins. This is where we start getting to the fun part where, like, I have to think about the routes that I'm taking around. Because there are two different ways that I could reasonably go here. I could go back the same way to Chozo Ruins that we did before in the before times. Oh, yeah, also, the wave beam really fucks up electronics, so, like, it stuns these cameras completely. And it also causes them to do that when they die. So that's fun.
Wildly.
So I can basically either go back to Talon 5 through some doors we haven't been to yet. Which, fuck it, let's see somewhere new. We'll be through all of these places plenty of times. Including this Merida tunnel that seems to have seen better days. Can't do much with it right now, though.
Right. Need a specific kind of bomb?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
need a more
games.
powerful
That's
bomb.
video games for you. Ooh, cracked thing, but you need a specific bomb to open it.
Yep. Samus's whole arsenal, and she doesn't really have anything general purpose enough. I think a lot of, like, physical type enemies will be stunned very well by the wave beam as well, which is another reason that it can be pretty good.
Oh no.
Blech.
Bullet in the lava. Bullet.
These guys can be surprisingly annoying. Especially because they can only really be destroyed by smacking their mouth with a bomb. Ah, you can wriggle the control stick to get out of their grasp. If I was to roll forward here, or like, you know, backwards here, I would just fall off. There's no invisible wall there.
Ooh, Jesus.
And this is about to get even more terrifying.
Oh, Jesus, that's scary.
Yep, this is what I'm supposed to do here.
Oh, this is scary.
Isn't it? You know, nothing weird about this whole configuration.
Oh, I don't like this.
We're not
done.
done.
I really don't like this. Oh no.
Wend.
This is giving me much anxiety right now.
Oh yeah, inside outer side. We'll get there eventually. There's like a lot of really cool touches in this game that I haven't even touched on. Wink wink, nudge nudge. There's also some really fun stuff that you only get to see when you're sequence breaking, so that's another reason to go around doing things. Anywoo. I pressed the shoot button instead of the jump button.
Happens.
If you don't kill this guy, he'll nibble at you when you're going along the morph ball thing.
Nibble, nibble, nibble.
He does enjoy his nibbling. Nibblins. Oh sure, now you make 20 health for me. Whee!
Roly poly.
Anyway, just to show... Yeah, so this room basically blocks us off from another section of Magmore Caverns with a giant wall of lava. You can maybe get through this without the space jump boots, or without the spider ball, but not really worth it at the moment. Instead, we'll just take this elevator. Leads to the Talon Overworld West.
Yeah, we were doing a casual sequence break.
It's not a speed run, but this is the way that I play the game when I replay it for fun.
Yep.
And I think it's a really good way to show a lot of things off. Because there's a lot of bullshit in this game. Okay, so because this is the first version, this is probably the single most dangerous place for that glitch I mentioned about the elevators. The Chozo Ruins West elevator is right there. So if you run straight from Magmore to the Chozo West elevator here, you have a very high chance of freezing your game.
That takes that long?
You can, like if you are really speeding through here, it can do it, yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, the glitch was fixed in like every other version of the game, but you, sometimes it just happens. Makes me slightly uncomfortable because I haven't saved in a bit, but hey, that's the worst that could happen. And the answer to that is the game freeze, you know. Incubating life forms below the surface. So yeah, you can actually get some warning that there's some bugs there. Yeah, her ship is right there. Maybe I do just stop by. I've kind of been thinking I could probably use a convenient stop place.
Yep.
Anywho. You'll notice this room does in fact have another exit on top of it. Red door. The map does helpfully tell you that that's plasma beam related. Which is nice of it. Yeah, so this is also where you just get stopped immediately because that's a grappling hook point. Grapple beam was damaged. Fuck you. So it should be mentioned that when you're going back for the, whatchamacallit, beam, The beam.
Beam thing.
When you're going back to the space jump boots, if you do take this path, it's relatively convenient. You know, we're heading back to that half pipe configuration right now. But it is still a lot of backtracking that I didn't feel like doing.
Hell no.
Yeah, basically. This is backtracking with a purpose.
Sure.
Backtracking for the point of more sequence breaking. Anyway, we're still not going to go out of either of these other doors, even though we totally could. And yeah, you don't need the grapple. There are like very few things you actually need the grapple beam for in this game. You can, in most places where the grapple beam is quote-unquote required, you can kind of just like, hello there. In most places where the grapple beam is required, you can kind of just blag it. Find some geometry and fucking go for it. Anywho, this is the half pipe that the game wants us to go into, and I guess for completion's sake, I can just show. I just want to say I'm doing a real good job of dodging these guys who want to kill me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you make your way up here. Yes, that's actually a morph ball thing, I think. It doesn't even tell you, but it's so obvious. What else would I do around here than bomb these things? Yeah, and then this room here leads straight back to your spaceship room. Anywho, I don't think there's a thing in there, or an expansion in there. Just wanted to show it off for 100% completion's sake, baby. Yeah, and also just fuck around for long enough that the game is almost certainly not going to freeze now. No reason. Samus loves doing rad tricks inside the morph ball.
Hell yeah.
Ham boom 420.
There are a lot of awesome tricks.
When you're a sphere, you can spin, and you can also spin.
And roll.
Whee! I'm a little surprised I could get up that.
Do like a figure 8 and stuff.
Yep. So you're also technically supposed to use the morph ball up here to get up to that missile upgrade that we got with the space jump boots. I still haven't gone and gotten that energy tank because I'm very lazy. The way that we are actually going is over to here. We're getting to that spider ball track that I kind of jumped up a little bit back in the day. A long time ago.
Good choice.
Thank you.
Pink CV. Thank you for the bit. We can totally go into that hot room now, but we would immediately be stopped by a grapple point, so I'm not even going to try it.
That's...
Aww. This room here.
Never mind.
Yeah, you'll come to hate this room eventually. But not yet.
Well, I won't, because I'm not playing.
That's fair. Alright, I unfortunately have to check the map here, but yeah, this is probably the door. Yeah.
Oh, there it comes.
There it is. So yeah, remember how there were like all these rooms?
Yeah.
Oh, take a look at those again.
Alright.
Yeah, the thing that makes this room bad. Oh, buddy. It is so funny that the dolphin runs perfectly fine with this game pretty much all the time. And then the map, you turn the map on a place with a full map and it just chunks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're going like down to 28 frames per second now.
Yep. Yeah, like that is actually the dolphin struggling when we do that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, get this now. All it takes is bombs.
So...
It's a lot more it's worse than the GameCube version. The GameCube version has some slowdown. It does not have the slowdown the Dolphin does on a full map.
Yep. A boom.
Yes, the map does have 3 whole dimensions. You have to keep that in mind. Yeah, and also the music does not chunk on the GameCube version.
No.
All right. So, as we've mentioned, the Spider Ball is basically a Morph Ball upgrade that allows you to kind of roll up these tracks and get to places that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. The thing is that some Spider Ball walls are a bit, glitchy. Which kind of turns the Spider Ball into a bit of an optional upgrade. If we fell there, we'd go down to where we got the energy tank before. And again, there was nothing stopping us from doing that before. I mean, there's a door that's white there that we have no way to open with.
That's the thing, this game used to stutter like crazy.
This game was awful before the Uber Shaders upgrade.
And the next main game we're going to play was also awful before the Uber Shaders.
Yeah, we've gotten a lot more streaming material since the Uber Shaders thing happened.
Yeah.
Oh, look! Your favorite.
Yay! Alright, Mr. Chozos, what are you up to?
Rise of this dying land pulled us from our dreaming state. Chozo walk as ghosts, poison sinks into the trees and waters.
That's why they're not sticking their dicks in trees anymore, the poison's in it.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Probably unpleasant.
Yeah.
Some survive, their forms grow twisted and evil. As the force that fell from the sky, part of the planet will succumb soon, so we, even in our ghostly states. Already many Chozo faded and passed into the unknown, great poison unlike anything we've ever glimpsed. In this or any dimension, eats relentlessly, worming out life, corrupting what it cannot kill. We are undoing, our last hope lies in the cradle, temple we hope might contain this abomination, unless someone comes around and unlocks it for some reason. Almost complete, hovering over the impact site, dark heart of the spreading evil. Finished for the last of our kind, drifts into madness or death. There's a chance for this world. If we fail, well, fuck it.
I think right now there's at least one other game other than the Prime games that also needs the Uber Shaders on Dolphin, and we're gonna play it on Sunday.
Yep. So we make our way down here, and this is the door that would have stopped us earlier.
Yeah, tree syphilis. Woo!
Oh god. This room.
Sunday is we finished FF12, so we're starting a new game. Yeah, we platinumed FF12 on Tuesday.
Here's some more sick nasty tricks.
Hell yeah.
Ah, yes, more Chozo lore as
Yay,
well.
woo!
We are in the
Swan,
Chozo
swan,
ruins,
swan,
so you
swans.
gotta get more purple pros
Swans.
for our purple gun.
Oh no.
Second plague, dousing our flickering hopes, drawn by the very force we Chozo hosts contain. Marauding creatures defended from space. Huh.
Space pirates?
Space pirates. So the temple did in fact get completed, and the pirates busted in and tried to immediately open it up. But...
I mean, of course, either the good guy or the bad guy breaks the seals. It's what happens. It's a seal, it's there to be broken.
So instead they went and started hunting down these artifacts. But they don't actually know that they can actually open them because
creatures.
They're fucking idiots. Choice COD, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
Blinded by delusions of harnessing it for their designs, walk about as masters of the planet, assimilating the ruins of our sanctuary for their experiments, and but watch and wait for our doom. So, after the Chozo had basically moved on entirely, the space pirates basically moved the fuck in as the worst tenants to ever show up. We'll be visiting some more of their facilities later. Ah, so these are actually very recently written, as it turns out. Or maybe not, because time is weird.
Time is weird.
Memories, foretellings, time and reality swirl together. Chozo know not what to believe. Appears as ghost-like as the Chozo, but at times the mist's clear. See her wounded eyes. Remember the child we found so long ago. What has she become, this newborn? Yeah, the flow of time is strange on Talon 5. Heroes from ages past. She longed for her parents, lost to the same creatures who have moved in and started doing science on our home.
Space pirates killed her parents.
Ridley killed her parents.
Oh yeah, he's like a space pirate, isn't he?
He's like the leader of the bunch. You know him well.
Ridley!
That's him.
Ridley!
Finally back to kick some tail. New Chozo lore. Prophecies tell, coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured into a poisoned womb. The worm grows, devouring
much like
from
the
within until the world
parasites the
begins to
space
rot.
pirates were experimenting on?
Yeah, basically. Words of the seers come to pass, for there, in the depths of the world, the ravenous worm lurks and feeds. So we'll probably be hearing more about this worm, about, amongst other names.
Worm.
But the worm is definitely my favorite.
Worm.
Great poison, can only watch. The worm grows, watches and wait. Prophecies speak of a great defender. Who could that be? Final days draw near. The newborn the defender? Probably. There's our legacy and the ancient armor of our people.
Is that like a swan adopting like a duckling?
I guess so.
Kind of the other way around. The ducks like took in a signet in the story.
Although I think they did give Samus some of their DNA too, so she's more swan.
Because yeah, in the ugly duckling, it's a signet adopted by ducks, and then thinks she's ugly. Because ducks are dicks.
Because ducks' whole MO is just be jackasses.
Ducks are dicks. Well, I guess a swan might adopt another.
Only the holder of the 12 shall face the worm.
And maybe that's why they're the space pirates and Samus and Chozo fight, because they're lizards and birds.
Yeah, probably.
And I think there are lizards that eat bird eggs, right?
Yeah.
Am I right about that? I think so.
So I'm just gonna go into this hole before I go and look at anything else in this room.
I remember watching the Rescuers Down Under, and there was a lizard in that that wanted to eat eggs.
Yes, human
Or was it an
replacement
alligator
therapy.
that wanted to eat? It might have been an alligator that wanted to eat it.
So anyway, that's a missile
Alligators,
recharge
lizards.
station.
What are alligators?
They're lizard-esque.
Are they lizard-esque? Are they lizards?
They're lizards. They're reptiles for sure.
Reptiles,
I don't know if they're
yeah.
specifically lizards.
Yeah.
Anyway, identified as statue of a Chozo elder. According to lore, these statues served as watchful guardians of tombs and shrines. Its outstretched hands are empty, as if awaiting an offering. I'm not sure how empty those are, considering. And I'm just gonna switch to the power beam for no particular reason.
Hello. Hello. Rawr, rawr.
Aberration, Chozo Ghost.
Rawr.
Spectral entity, bioelectric field, invulnerable to natural energies. As these entities phase in and out of existence, only way to track them accurately is with an X-ray scanner. Partially phased nature makes them invulnerable to natural energy types, such as fire, ice, and electricity. How weirdly convenient for them.
Right?
Aggressive and erratic behavior is most likely due to corrupting effects of Phazon and the Talon 4 environment.
Are we gonna have to neutralize their waveform?
We're going to have to shoot them with a gun, maybe some missiles.
Alright.
That might do some
Okay.
neutralizing.
We don't have to get fancy in here.
Nope. So the only thing that hurts these guys is charge
Gun.
beam and missiles.
Gun.
Regular gun. Gun vanilla. Vanilla gun.
Gun.
So yeah, whenever they do that dash thing, they will lose your lock on. You can kind of sort of follow them, but
I think
not
the
always
wave beam
reliably.
is like electricity then? And
yes,
that
the
way-
wave beam is electric, so it is not useful against them.
And you have an ice and a hairdryer. So
Yes, the
that's
ice beam and the
clearly ice
hairdryer
fire.
beam. One thing you can do if you can't see them is use your map on the top left, because that will point out where they are and help you reliably run into them. Yes, right. Normal missiles will actually go straight through them.
I got a little cold, so now I'm wearing a robe.
Yeah, there's that Chozo Elder with his outstretched
Normally
arms.
we walk around naked to commune with nature, you know?
But sometimes in Fendrana it gets pretty cold.
Sometimes it's very fucking cold here.
New Chozo lore. Tormented minds turn to the newborn. God, they keep writing about me.
I know, right?
Continues to shift to brutal, disconnected images. Renee's inarguably real, fearless figure, delving deeper into this blighted world. Unmindful of the terrors that await her, which way before. Chozo found her, she was a fledgling, orphaned on a savage planet. Did a warrior's pulse already beat in her veins, filling her with righteous fury?
Yeah, basically Samus has always been a badass. Always.
Samus found her baby bugs, pretty much. Leave these messages for her. So yeah, they actually were writing this novel for us, it turns out. Whenever we may find it. Wraiths we may be, but our reach is still long indeed. Shall fight the invaders and the poison they would master until the end.
Poison.
That is poison. So we see Ice Beam, we see Ice Beam, we see some incoming scan data. So this is gonna try to send us back. Yeah, this is the next hint. Let it get out of the and then immediately just snap. So this is where you're supposed to go. Like this was the next critical thing after the wave beam, and we'll go there eventually. But we got some stuff to do here. Anyway, let's jump into this thing's loving embrace. That seems like a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Heh, I got a ball.
Samus always wanted a hug,
Whee!
and she could only get it when she was a tiny ball.
Yep. So, as you can see, there's another thing that we really should have the spider ball to get
Yeah, you're
up
supposed to have the spider ball to get in here.
Yes, the game tends to assume you just have the spider ball when you come get in here.
Yeah.
And trying to get up to this point here. Yeah. Not that important that I get up there. But there's like 3 things back there that the scan visor. Yeah, there we go. Some sort of plug covering the slot. Minor energy readings indicate a small explosive device is installed. Who put that there? But, so anyway, if we do look up to that, there we go. The spider ball track leads to a morph ball bomb slot. Conveniently, this does in fact mention radiation collector designed to absorb energy. Solar energy. They appear largely decorative. Bullshit! As with most things in this game, this is geometry.
Yeah.
This jump is a little bit difficult, so God help me. I don't know if I need to look down or not, but we're pretty close to this. The problem being Samus is a bit tall for that.
Yeah.
I can't jump straight on it because she's too
yeah.
big. However, if you can do a jump just right here, and I might need to see if there's like a special trek for this, or if you can just jump in morph ball.
You can just jump straight on it?
Oh, you can. Right. So you're supposed to think, oh, this is way too tall for this. Yeah, you were correct about that. But yeah, you can just jump onto that panel, jump up here, elide the use of the morph ball or the spider ball entirely, and open up this, which will allow us to progress. God, I forget, because it's like, when you look at the morph ball and how big it is, compared to how big Samus is, you think that it's about half the height of her. Technically, it's a lot less than that. The morph ball is actually gigantic. Anyway, we do in fact need our wave beam again here to open up this lock. And in doing that... Yeah, the game designers did not expect you to want to stand on the wall, which is funny because it seems like that journal entry is tempting you to stand on that wall.
Yeah.
A new path has been opened. So of course, we gotta jump into Pappy's arms here.
Launch us.
And get launched.
Hug me, Pappy. The only time you guys ever hug me is when I'm a ball.
Yeah, the morph ball is supposed to be like a meter wide. That goes and resets. It is so funny how there's such a small daisy chain of like things you can use to get through this area that we are not supposed to be in at all at this point. Like there's several different things you have to do there. Also, fairly important to scan this. Mostly just because it opens this up and means I can just jump straight to here without having to go through that morph ball track again. But let's see what's over here.
Oh, bird.
Drainage shut off, holding maintenance, maintaining water level, reflecting pools at 95%. There's more of those stone toads over there, but if we just go over here and blow the filter up, we can empty this pool. Bye, fish.
Bye.
Trying to do some sick tricks. Why are you getting in my way?
So if they eat you, you can bomb them now.
Yes.
That was the whole blow them up from the inside thing.
Yep. So, it would be a little bit annoying to get up to this floor, but if you get close enough to the toads, they will actually do it for you. Very nice of them. Anyway, 3 doors leading out this way, including one that we can't seem to open, because it's still got that white covering that we seem to be seeing a lot of right now. I wonder why.
Hello. What are you? Ice beam. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. You know, it just goes down.
Goes down.
Yeah, we
Goes
were
down.
helpfully eaten there. And we got the ice beam.
Ice beam.
It's fun.
How much PP does it have?
Enough. The ice beam is a bit more awkward to use because it's got a slow rate of fire and it doesn't home, but it tends to be very effective, like when you can hit things with it. It will freeze a very large number of things. Now, I believe this elevator is definitely the one I don't want to go to. IIRC. Yeah, the ice beam is generally quite strong and is only eclipsed by the fact that there is an even better beam. Yes, it also has some splash. If you charge it up, the beam is like pretty big and that can hit some large things. Yeah, they actually made the guns have like variable rates of fire so that like against really quick enemies the ice beam isn't very good. Against fairly big enemies or like things that are susceptible to be frozen, it's very, very good. Alright. Talon Overworld East granted. So I think now what I'm going to do is actually go back to Phendrana. Go do the thing the game expects me to do, and then do something the game extremely does not expect me to do.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun.
Because it's not supposed to have the ice beam.
You are not supposed to be you are not supposed to be sniffing the ice beam at this point. Ah, these guys are still immune to your ice beamy charms. Oh, Samus absolutely puts rocks in her snowballs. Strong agreement.
Mm-hmm. And she expects everyone else to do the same against her, because
obviously.
Of course. I mean, she was raised by swans, they don't play.
Exactly. Oh, anyway, just gonna roll through this real quick. But yeah, you sort of realize there's like several places where if you couldn't mitigate your need of the ice beam, you'd be kind of fucked.
If Samus has a little bit of swan DNA.
Ah,
Are
so
we actually gonna classify her as a Canadian goose?
these guys have had their introduction a bit ruined. You're supposed to find them in a different place than before you find them here. But yeah, these are flying pirates. They're fun. But if we look around here, boy, this looks a bit familiar. Oh, would you look at that? Turns out the frigate did in fact make it all the way down.
Whoops.
To the planet's surface.
Whoops.
We're not going to explore it because it's a real pain in the ass.
Alright.
We are capable of exploring it right now. We could probably complete it if I wanted to do some bullshit, but I don't want to do some bullshit, so... Instead, we are going to come over this way.
Alright.
Back in the floaty water physics. The double jump doesn't really do much for you in water. You're still pretty slow. Hi there. Fun fact about the ice beam. If you successfully freeze something and shoot a missile at it, it dies.
Nice.
It shatters. Anyway, hey. What is this?
Gross. Gross is what that is.
Same type of container found on the Space Pirate Research Frigate. Material seeping out from the ruptured metal is highly toxic. Analysis indicates this may be the Phazon compound the pirates were using in their biological experiments.
Phazon.
So yeah, this is Phazon. If I rub my face on it, it hurts me a lot. So don't rub your face on it. General tip from me to you. Just pop out this way, and you'll notice that the map actually does know where we are.
Yeah.
In fact, this room looks a bit familiar. That spaceship looks a bit familiar.
Hello.
Turns out we parked right next to the frigate crash site. How convenient for us. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to Magmor, back to Fendrana.
You're certain to at this point that it will not damage you, but it'll give you all the more indicators. Yeah.
It is pretty great.
Calm down.
Cool off.
My dudes, you don't need to explode that angrily at us.
Yeah, we basically just parked in the parking lot. Right next to the pirates. They, you know, they may have dinged one of the SUVs on the way down, but those guys are assholes anyway, so don't feel too bad about them.
Nope.
I ain't gonna snitch.
Nope. You can totally explode non-angrily. Like, you just, like...
Calmly, gently explode.
Come up, you know, slowly.
We
We
just
burst out of the
vaporized that
ground
plant.
going rah, and it's like, dude, my dudes, chill.
Anyway, back down here into the bug
See,
nest.
look how angrily they like come out. They could just like crawl out normally.
Yeah, you can see that the ice beam is a significant DPS upgrade in that it
Oh man, I
blows
hate
up
when
most
people like
things.
double park over two spots like deliberately. Fuckers.
Alright, making our way back to Fendrana.
Better than the guys who park in the middle of rows and block cars in.
Always great, getting double parked by
Fuckers.
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Alright, hang a right here. Head back through this corner, get sniffed by a Magmor.
Hello.
Fun interaction with these poor sods. Yup. Single ice, you don't even have to charge the shot, it will just freeze them. I believe. Yeah, you can also freeze these fire spouts. It's kind of awkward to do since you have to be standing still to, like, aim. But hey, good to be aware of. You also notice there are a bunch of, like, grapple points around here. When you finally get the grapple beam, you can do a lot of, like, easier traversal in Magmor.
I do love the music here.
It's very good. This is the original Norfair theme with a very good remix. Hello, Lava Friend. Goodbye, Lava
Goodbye,
Friend.
Lava Friend.
Yeah, the nice thing about the Ice Beam is that, like, the slow rate of fire is more than made up for by the freezing effect.
Yeah.
In that, like, enemies can't hurt you if they can't shoot you. I don't know why it really wants me to fight that guy. Oh my god.
Game? Game, please. Game. No. Game.
I'm not sure if you actually, like, can kill these things or just keep them frozen with the Ice Beam. Alright, fuck it, we're free-handing it. Jackass. Ice Beam, the secret pacifist run, except for the part where... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for those long distance shots, it can also often be a bit difficult to manage, but hey. Nope, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Alley-oop. Space jump boots make a lot of fun jumps possible that you don't necessarily get to do the first time around unless you're playing like me.
Unless you skip them immediately.
Unless you grab them immediately, which to be honest, if you can do the trick to get them the first time, I think the game is just much more fun like this. And I mean, granted, you can do a lot of other stuff. Like, you don't have to do anything else other than getting the space jump boots first. It just makes Chozo Ruins a bit more fun.
Yep.
It's true, there is no blood on your hands if you freeze and shatter them. I never thought of it that way.
Blood, it's just frozen.
But it's not on your hands. It bounced off your hands.
I mean, you don't normally literally get blood on your hands when you shoot someone.
Usually.
Samus doesn't really ever get her hands bloody.
Just her suit.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Alrighty. Hop my way up here. Oh yeah! Technically, I used the space jump boots to skip up to this doorway. To like jump up this platform here over to here. I totally forgot that if you don't have that, there's like another room you have to go through over here to be able to actually get over here. These guys. Little creeps. The ice burrowers. Adapted to freezing climates. Ah, damn, there's this like whole room that I forgot exists. Just give that a look, why not?
Get to make the map chug as hard as possible.
I'm also going there through this the opposite way. Yeah, there we go, this room. Normally you do a bunch of stuff around here. There's angry boys over here. Oh no, they're shooting at us. I think there's stuff that I'm going to do in this room eventually, but hey. Whoops!
Oh well.
Oh yeah, I definitely heard that. Yeah, there we go. Look at you, frozen ass thing. The fucking missile upgrade behind it.
Yeah.
Can't do much about that. So anyway, this room is completely optional if you come in here with the space jump boots the first time. There's some stuff in it, but later. And yeah, as has been said, it is possible to get through Magmore without the Various suit. It is very, very difficult. It is like approaching task difficult for the amount of health that you can have before you do it, basically. Anywoo. Oh, these guys are still immune to the, are also immune to the ice beams. So. There are certain things that actually can only be hit by the wave beam. Unfortunately for us, there's a lot of these, this area.
Foie gras doesn't care about the plasma.
Yes, the foie gras, despite being a plant, does not take extra damage from it.
You need that hairdryer and stuff.
Well, that was what they were talking about, the hairdryer beam.
Huh.
The hairdryer does not actually do extra damage to him. Surprisingly. Perhaps double surprisingly, for reasons that we'll discuss later. Anyway, so we're finally in a new area here. I assure you it will be worth me having gone over and just grabbed the ice beam for no reason.
No, it won't.
Oh, you figured me out. So anyway, the hint system did tell us it detected some pirate activity over this way.
It did.
Worth just, you know, noting that.
I'm sure it's a red line!
Few doors out of this room.
I know you told me Ridley doesn't really get in the game, but every time we go into a room, I'm like, Ridley's gonna be in this one.
This is the one.
It's gonna be
coming
here.
right up.
Ridley's gonna be here.
That's him. That's Ridley.
We did see him, kinda. There was a scene with him. Oh, I see this room has fans.
That it does. Is the other. Ah, there it is. This room can be really annoying to navigate. Everyone's favorite room. So to get up here from the bottom, you gotta open up these things here. Activate this bomb slot.
As you do.
Whoa! Game just had a minor issue there. Not sure what the emulator was chugging on there. And yeah, you can do geometry skips in this room, but what you're supposed to do... Yeah, could have been water on the visor, although we have seen that before. It is weird. Is basically fill up this room with water, which means that if you fall in the room, then you go to hell, and it sucks. And because I'm greedy, I'm gonna go into this little doorway here.
Yeah, greed.
Roll down this hole.
Greed.
And grab that energy tank.
Hell yeah.
The moist visor. Ugh. Yeah, it definitely seems like there's like water effects in this room that are doing something to it. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely those like water transitions that are going on there when I'm jumping in the water that are doing something to me. So anyway, every time you want to go up in this room, normally you have to do this. Oh, I always roll need. And it also has to play this cutscene every time. And by the way, the water is on a timer, so if you don't do it quick enough, it all goes down, or if you just happen to fall in the water, you have to wait for it to refill. Also, these supersonic birds chill on here as well, so like, oh god, this room can be a real bastard. But hey, we get up here. We get one door, which seems to be shut off for some reason. I didn't shoot that. It has no power. Nearby power conduit, blast of electrical energy will energize the conduit. Radiates some heat that is invisible in the normal spectrum. If only we had a way to see heat. Sort of thermal visor, if you will.
Nah, it doesn't exist. Fake.
And oh, I will. Yeah, who unplugged the door? God damn it, Steve.
Put the battery back in the door. Turn around, I won't even be mad, just put the battery back in the door.
Yeah, like the flicker bats are so weird because they're meant to be dealt with the X-ray visor, but you don't get the X-ray visor until you like, you'll never see one again most of the time when you get it. Oh, will you look who it is? This is a real deal space pirate who just hit me with his sword arm. Shadow pirate? Pirate forces trained and equipped for stealth operations. Uh-oh. Select group of space pirates activate access to sophisticated cloaking technology.
Pirate.
This one has decided not to turn it on for some reason. Gear drains high level of power, forcing them to rely solely on melee weapons in battle, enhanced detection gear when fighting these units. So like, this is basically the free and easy place to scan one of these guys. Because he's not using his cloaking device, which is nice. Yeah, this is the only sky pirate that's the pirate who's actually invisible. Or who's actually not invisible. But anyway, when I walk through this door, absolutely nothing bad is gonna happen. So let's do it. What the? What the?
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, he's just taking a smoke break. Whoa!
Oof.
Had a little trouble with them pirates, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest problem that regular space pirates have is that they are very susceptible to becoming cold boys. And if that happens, they get very frozen. And very dead. Doors have been unlocked. So hey, we made our way into the pirate space station.
I like it your gun ices over when you're charging it.
Yep. Gets very, very chilly. There's a lot of cool little touches with the gun.
And you're not supposed to have the ice beam yet.
No! In general, they're fairly weak to the wave beam, which will stun them, like in the freeze animation when they in the like electrical animation when you hit them with the charge shot. But it doesn't last as long as the ice beam, and it also doesn't give you an instant kill. So not quite as good. So let's see. Yeah, this is starting to slow slightly. Actually, it looks like the FPS of the map just holds at 40 per second.
Yeah.
Anywho, so what we're gonna do?
Maybe one of the things that fucks like makes it really fuck up.
Probably, yeah. Also, yes, this section is one of the more difficult gauntlets in the game. You get this save point here, and there's a save point in the middle of it, but going through it tends to be quite difficult. Ah, yes, the unluckiest beam pirates. We'll get to that much later. Oh, hello there. Goodbye there. I think those cameras may stay frozen forever.
Yeah.
Because they don't actually have heat signatures. Yep. Something we'll eventually be able to confirm.
Coco Bravage said that eventually dead if you...
Yep. Oh god, yes. The first, like, this is probably one of the hardest areas in the game for new players. There's just, it really is a gauntlet between save points, and like, what the game is essentially expecting you to do is get to this room that it's mentioned about the pirate facility, and then go all the way back through this, cause, we'll see what happens. Research Lab Hydra, huh.
Ooh.
I believe this was mentioned at one point. Ow.
Well...
We are definitely fighting some really burly scientists here.
Yeah. Although burly and scientist being in the same sentence.
Not sure you agree with it as a general thing.
As a scientist, in general, they're mostly...
fairly weak. There's a pirate above me right now. Normally the music will have stopped by now. But anyway, one really good thing about being in a space pirate base is that we now have access to the best lore in the game.
Okay, so the Chosen are swans. What are space pirates? Are they a species of thing?
They're definitely some form of lizard.
Yes, you mentioned lizard and birds.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of... Let me look
That's
up...
the question.
Let me look up
Who's
what
the most
comes...
assholey of lizards?
I'm gonna about that too, but I also want to look up what is classified as a lizard.
So anyway, codified the newfound energy source as Phazon. B-index mutagen, of which we have very little reliable data. Indications point to a meteor of unknown origin impacting approximately 20 years ago, expelling Phazon into the environment. Appears to possess lifelike characteristics, mutating organic life forms strong enough to withstand its poison. Mutations appear promising. Abrupt evolutionary leaps, single generation reproduction. Plans to establish a full science team on Talon 4 are being finalized. Ah, God bless these dumb motherfuckers.
Yes, it looks like the gators are reptiles.
Ah.
Lizard.
Not lizards, it turns out.
So are they reptiles or are they lizards?
They certainly have lizard brains, as these things will help us see. Mining operations begun near the crater where it appears most concentrated. Phazon yields have increased 44%.
I guess it's whether we include things like snakes and alligators, or if we are going, like, it has to be like a gecko or something. Are we going full on lizard? They do have arms and legs, so no snake.
Right.
No snakes.
So
but they could still be alligators.
Maybe. So I do love how you get all this Chozo lore about the great poison and about how it's so awful and it's killing us and it's killing the planet and it's killing everything. And like some of the first things you see with the pirates are like, yeah, we landed on this planet, started mining it. Several incidents of Phazon-induced madness report prompting augmented life support regulations. So it's like, oh, our miners are going crazy. Well, that's fine. We'll just get them some stuff. Timeline reassessment for the refinery operation is recommended. Material proves more unstable than initial analysis indicated. So we'll be seeing a lot of pirate writing as we go through this laboratory. Oh, they definitely snort it. We also have all this pirate music as we're stealing their diaries. Most terraforming and retrofitting of security checkpoints on Talon 4 is complete. Continue to research the alarming epidemic of breaches by local creatures. Door records show no unauthorized entries, so we must presume creatures are either slipping in undetected during daily personnel moves or else finding their way through subterranean tunnels. Found many small breaches of the latter sort, can plug them whenever we can, but it is unlikely we'll ever achieve full extermination within our current timetable. So the place is sort of lousy with space lice, basically.
Like, trying to look up lizards. I think geckos are just too adorable. Komodo dragons are too badass. Like,
so we're seeing some stuff about Phazon fluid baths going around. That probably isn't very healthy.
What kind of dumbass... Wait, they have, like, cloaking, right?
They do.
But it's not innate, so they can't be chameleons.
Hello, you. They have cloaking devices.
So chameleons would have innate cloaking rather than, like, making the technology for it. Iguanas.
By the way, you can totally see these guys hanging up on the roof when if they haven't attacked you yet, and you can shoot them down from it. There we go.
Iguanas kind of seem like dicks.
I could see that. Iguanodons.
And you have better hair than pirates, then.
Mutation strange, massive absorption capacity influx, strain replication now underway. So there's a lot of bad science going on here. The pirates basically just immediately started mutating things with Phazon. Just literally immediately. Lab Hydra complete. Ended. Prep work on empty stasis tanks must be completed before newer specimens. We got this big old thing. If you listen real carefully.
Oh yeah, those
there's definitely an upgrade in that.
Frill-necked lizards, also a good option.
Ah, here we go. So this is another cordite thing, which we can't quite break.
They like to puff up and attack. That seems like a space pirate thing, right?
Fairly. Let's see. Search Outpost Glacier 1 in the Fendranda Drifts region. Is at 85% capacity. Sub-zero temperature have made the Metroids, sluggish and easy to control. Even those well into Phazon infusion cycles. I don't like either of those sentences. Cold containment stasis tanks sufficient for the juveniles. Some of the larger have been moved to quarantined caves for safety purposes. Security doors remain an issue as the malfunctions occur due to ice every day. Large predators in the wastes also a concern. Continue to kill personnel and breach security areas. Unfortunately, our containment teams cannot neutralize all of them without vast increase in munitions.
Maybe just say it tends to follow bipedal insectid form with some reptilian and
okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I've only got 2 hours.
Yes, this game
legs,
takes place before 2.
It's kind of hard for me to put them in the bug category.
Prime, like the whole Prime trilogy, actually happens before before Metroid 2. Yes. Let's see. Encrypted data found. Initial tests exposing Talon 4's indigenous parasites to Phazon appear to be successful. Yeah, very successful. It killed all of you. But anyway, that's in the future. Size and aggressiveness common. Unforeseen evolutions. Additional poison sacs within the abdomen. Second ring of mandibles in several subjects. Chosen because of their resilience. Given enough exposure, they may one day be able to survive any planet we transport them to. That doesn't seem good. Methods will have to be refined. Currently have a 100% extinction rate after the 4th infusion period. Most survivors of the 3rd are so violent that they killed everyone eventually. Remain hopeful with further experimentation. Anyway, I do love that we're gonna have a reveal a few rooms from now, But if you're doing your lore reading, you actually know what's coming up before it happens.
I think I'm settling on iguanas.
Mm-hmm. I could believe it.
I know they're, you know, they're artsy insectoid, but nah, I'm going lizard.
Lizard.
I think I like them as like dumbass lizards. Mm-hmm. Especially, I mean, Ridley is very much got like dragony wings.
Ridley, it's sort of always a matter of question whether he's a separate species entirely.
Right, but he's a lot more lizardy. So I'm gonna go with iguanas. They're dicks.
Yeah, you can sort of see why you really need to be rocking them charged shots if you're going to be using this. On the other hand...
Yeah, Ridley's essentially a space dragon.
Yep.
So I like to think that these guys are like lizards, and then he's just a badass fucking dragon.
Yep.
Like a better lizard.
Or lizards appear to have dropped down. Aw, hypermobile, but you still got hit.
Yeah.
You poor thing. So, if we come over here, read this, do some science on it. Good thing Samus can integrate with all of these.
No, Ridley is the only space dragon out there. The unique boy.
The last Ridley might be.
And we are the last Dragon Slayer.
Mm-hmm, that's us. Phazon mining is underway. Oh no. Several garrisons established, terraforming of Chozo ruins underway.
Phazon's the Great Poison.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing. You may slowly come to realize it, but yeah, it's literally the pirates set up shop by the meteor that the Chozo had just finished sealing up and immediately started trying to chip away at it.
Because they're idiots.
Because they're idiots.
They're morons.
Terraforming
like,
underway, security systems
thing,
operational.
But hey, we can mutate things.
We can do some science with it.
Idiots.
Continues to make progress on their biotech research. Finjana Drifts proven to be optimal location for research headquarters, and that's where we're at right now. Operational combat base and starport. Missions are half true, shall rise in dominance in this sector within a decacycle. Truly, these are glorious times. Haha. They are.
You pirates go, man, poison is rad as hell. I want to eat it.
The pirates are basically the space capitalists. Yeah. Like, we can make money off of this.
That sounds like iguanas. Gotta be honest.
Scans of the spiral sector detective massive energy spike from a wanderer-class planet identified as Talon 4.
Ooh, Texas alligator lizards prey on nesting birds and rodents largely when they make it asleep. Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, that definitely sounds like space pirates.
Landmass
especially
at this
the whole
heading,
Chozo or birds
planetary
thing.
Samples, atmospheric imaging. Analysis shows the energy source to be an unstable radioactive material of enormous potential.
We're doing stupid shit. Jesus, dudes, come on.
So yeah, this is the very first thing, and it's basically like, yeah, let's just fucking set up shop here.
Right.
This Talon 4 planet seems pretty legit.
We could use Phazon to make Parasite Queens fucking huge. I don't see a downside in that.
I can't imagine anything bad coming from this. Definitely not.
Definitely not like it killing everyone on the ship and then it blowing up when Samus comes to investigate. That would never happen.
Side note, I think this room is really, really cool.
You're totally right. Space pirates are like white trash.
So, like, you're kind of slowly making your way in. Your ultimate goal is just to get to the top of this room. But I really like the way that you're basically slowly building this machine as you go through it. Like, you scan the thing, you bomb these two walls, and it's like slowly, slowly coming to life. You have to use your boost ball to open these up. Yeah, this system is awesome, and we're going to learn a lot about space pretty soon. Momentarily, one might say. So we bring that down here, and yeah! Turns out this entire thing is just a giant planetarium. Are you ready to do some learning?
No.
Too bad.
Never. I don't learn anything. Apart from the fact that Chozos are swans, And space pirates, yeah, I'm going with the Texas alligator lizards.
Let's take a look at these planets.
Planets?
Planet Talon 4. That's us.
What's our planet?
5.1 trillion teratons. Ecosystem studies indicate it was a biological paradise prior to the impact of an extraterrestrial object. What remains of the biosphere slowly fading due to the exposure to phazon.
Maybe you shouldn't mess with the shit that is destroying an entire planet.
An entire planet. Like a single meteor that is literally breaking apart an entire planet.
Right?
Class 13 wasteland in approximately 25 years. So this planet's seen better days, I suppose. Here we have Twin Tabula, 4.1 trillion teratons. Planet is best known for twin fever, a disease caused by a viral strain native to Twin Tabula. In the early stages of the disease, victims suffer from double vision. When the twin sight fades, the victim is near death. Well, that's not a great thing for your planet to be known for.
No, not really.
Planet Ormine 2, 2.3 trillion teratons. An uninhabitable wasteland savaged by nuclear dust storms and constant seismic upheavals.
This planet system seems fucking rad as shit.
Planet Billium, 3.8 trillion teratons. Profile, quarantine. Atmosphere is rife with Miteralis, a sentient gaseous global exterminator virus. And that's it.
And these planets don't like life at all.
Yeah, it turns out, basically the entire system, mad fucked up.
ZBs!
And it turns out that this is actually the same system as Planet ZBs.
ZBs.
Planet's crust, primarily etheric ore, making it ideal for subterranean construction. ZBs is inhospitable to most bioforms. World was considered unremarkable until it became a base for space pirates. Yeah, it is canon that this mad fucked up system that has like fucking sentient evil viruses in its atmosphere, in the atmosphere of some of its planets, is also where ZBs is, and I believe that is all of them.
Oh, is that thing outside it? That's in the wall, isn't it?
Probably. I know there's that one there, but that's, yeah, the bomb slot.
The wall, yeah.
I think that's everything. Yep. Welcome to the Hell system. Yeah, global exterminator virus. It's like some Stellaris shit, and I kind of love it. Anywho, our way does seem to be blocked by some super missiles.
Ooh.
But first, this is our one and only save point. We might as well make use of it. Sentient gaseous global exterminator virus. I don't like any of those words put together. Astrogation officer feels our current dual hollow projector is obsolete. Please review and advise. No, it's lovely. Hollow technicians report to the main observatory. Maintenance required on both hollow modules.
Holy crap. A Twitter account I reported literally months ago for harassing Ragni was found to violate the rules.
Oh, weird.
And something's happened to them.
Nice.
I literally thought they never got that because it was literally months ago it happened. And I reported them and I never heard anything about it. And I was like, oh well, they didn't do anything. And I literally just got an update
email
on the report.
Guess what, motherfuckers? We did something.
When we found that they were doing online abuse, I'm like, wow.
Oh, weird.
I kind of didn't expect that from Twitter. What? What? Literally the only time I've ever reported anyone on Twitter.
Oh, I throw out random reports a decent amount.
I normally just block people.
Yeah. Oh, I block and also report. Anywho, let's make our way up here.
Usually, it's if I'm reading something and
Sure.
I'll read the responses to it because I'm an idiot. But I'll read them and go, oh, that guy's an asshole. Block.
Time for a completely unsuspicious room. Nothing bad could possibly happen in here. Oh no, it's filled with pirates. I'm so surprised by this turn of events. Well, took care of all those pirates. Wait a second. It's pirates with jetpacks. So these are the same guys that we actually saw like way out in back over by the pirate frigate. This is the first place you're actually supposed to ever see them. Flying pirate. Trained and equipped for airborne assault. Extremely agile in the air, heat signatures of their jetpack can be traced with thermal imaging. While their missiles are extremely potent, their jetpacks can be even more so. If a pack falls, it'll make a suicide strike.
Ooh.
Oh.
Nice.
Neat. I got image gallery 1, I guess. I will say that these guys can be a bit difficult for the ice beam to deal with, but that's not going to stop me. Now, weirdly enough, the first time that you beat these guys, for some reason, 2 others just fly straight up and come and fight you. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 guys. There we go. By the way, we got the super missile, which is also a very good way of dealing with them. The way the super missile works is you fully charge a charge shot and hit the missile button, and it blows things up. It's lovely. But yeah, the first time you enter this room, the fight is scripted to happen. Now, there is one more thing in this room that we can do, maybe. Let's see. Ah, we might not actually be able to do it right now. Like if you see, there's a wall there, although it's one of them ice ones. Yeah, melted with extreme heat. I guess I'm supposed to do that with the plasma beam. Go figure.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually a different thing that you could do. Oh, you can get it without the plasma beam, right? Ooh. Is it just a super missile? Oh, you have to jump right to get the angle you need. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, basically, the reason you want to get rid of this is that there's those like tank things over there. And if you can do a jump to like properly shoot those things, you can basically blow them up from here. Oh, I can totally do that. Ah, I gotta reload the room for it. Anyway, one thing about this room, it is stupid easy to get turned around in it, because these are both wave beam doors, and I was definitely walking towards the wrong one.
Yep.
So we make our way down here, further and further into this pirate research facility. Murdering everything in our path, of course.
Hell yeah.
Ruining the stream quality with these bomb shoes.
Yeah. They do that.
Ah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, like I said, it is pretty funny that you can basically, like, preempt the reveal here by reading that one space pirate lore.
Hello, Metroid. See, now, Samus isn't the Metroid, it's the Metroid. Like how it's Link, not Zelda.
So hey, I'm sure that I've got plenty of time to just do a nice scanny scan of this guy.
Sure, yeah,
New creatures entry. Metroid, energy-based parasitic predator, dominant species on SR-388. Suck the life force out of living things. Latch onto its prey and drain energy, growing larger as it does.
Ooh.
Only way to shake and attach Metroid, enter the
There's
morph
series
ball
called
and lay a
Metroid, like
bomb.
it's called The Legend of Zelda, but you play as Samus, not Metroid.
And oh, how weird! He just broke out. I'm so surprised by this outcome. So, an important thing, if you know the Metroid lore, is that they are extremely weak to the cold. You would not have that the first time. Hey, you shoot our fucking Metroid!
Like our fucking Metroid.
The good thing that guy just blows through a window right there, because if he didn't do that, we'd actually be stuck in this room. So thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Space pirate data decoded. Reconstructed Geoform 187, codenamed Ridley.
So I think
recently
you killed
completed.
him in Metroid 1.
Yes, in Metroid 1 you kill him, and then they put him back together
Oh, of course they did.
with metal parts. After his defeat on Zebes, Command ordered a number of metagenetic improvements for him, though aggressive. Able to implement these changes in a cycle, metamorphosis was painful, but quite successful in the end. Early tests indicate drastic increase in strength, mobility, offensive capability. Cybernetic modules and armor plating added as well, because, I mean, why not, really?
Yeah.
Give him some metal skin. I believe our creation, called Meta Ridley, will become a mainstay of our security force. A job he will certainly relish.
Yep.
He loves doing murder, that guy.
He do.
Steve in accounting. Internal organs seem to be limited nucleonic absorption cells and massive energy reservoirs. Neat. Love to do science.
No, I do. 100% effective. Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they basically keep all their Metroids here in Phendrana because it's very cold.
Yeah. Wasn't that docile though?
Yeah, they're maybe not as successful as they think they are. Transfer of Metroids to Talon 4 research facilities to Rita completed. 3 were terminated in an incident at the landing site. Others pacified, transferred safely. Initial Phazon infusion testing is underway. Eager to observe the effects of Phazon on Metroids.
Oh my god,
especially
dudes.
their ability
Why
to
would you
absorb
give,
energy.
like, the mutagen to Metroids, you dumbasses?
Ooh, considerable growth in power and size. Whether they stay
Fucking
stable
dumbasses.
after remains to be seen. So yeah,
Fucking dumb as shit.
turns out the pirates are just shoving Metroids full of Phazon. Yes, game, I'm aware.
So fucking no.
Oh, weird, it's like we're right there, huh? Hey, stop it. Get help. Hi, I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get help. My god, dude. Fuck off.
Fuck off, mate.
Oi, mate.
Oi, mate.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck off, mate.
There we go. Back to the placid music. Ready for more morph balling?
Hell yeah. Oh, is this more terrifying, more fun?
Yup.
Gee.
The game has a lot of expectations of you, and also there is no way to like change the camera here. It's
no.
fixed camera.
No, 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 oh, no, oh. No, 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 no.
You gonna be okay?
No. No.
This is the most fun part of the stream.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Yeah, this track can be kind of hell.
Oh, jeez. Glad I don't have to do it.
Look at all of these Metroids.
I'm sure they're not gonna break out.
Nope, they are completely safe to contain in here. Oh look, they're injecting Phazon into this energy tank.
Nice.
I'll be taking that.
Yoink.
Roll goal. Yeah, that missile pack sucks. It should be noted. Not that you necessarily need telling, but it's pretty tough. Hunter Metroid. DS? What the?
No, no.
Showing signs of increased instability as a heightened
No
immunity to cold
fucking
dampening fields.
shit, idiots, morons.
Motion near Hunter Metroid DG appears to trigger psychotic episodes. 3 meters away from the stasis tank.
What do you think was gonna happen when you introduced fucking poison to Metroids? God damn space pirates.
Ah, yes, this thing in the middle of the room. Extremely unsuspicious, and we'll definitely need to not take a look at that ever.
Utter bell ends.
A little bit. Confidence is high.
Oh boy!
Spacepirates.txt.
Oh, no, that's even worse.
Yup.
Don't do that.
Project Helix.
Don't do that.
Preliminary studies indicate Phazon infusion produce radical pirate genome.
Don't fucking CRISPR your own DNA.
Benevolent mutant. This is like way worse than CRISPR. This is like the snowblower.
Steroids, yes.
This is like the sandblaster version of CRISPR. Yeah, refinement should reduce or neutralize the odds of mental degeneration.
Sure.
Oh, definitely.
You keep thinking that, buddy.
All guards must use ice containment gear when transporting Metroids, include sedated species and those pronounced dead. Phazon is a concern. However...
But it's fucking awesome. Inject it in me now. Yeah.
Hit me with that shit.
Fucking hit me up.
Oh no.
Conversion on it. Yeah,
Have an elite pirate unsuccessful.
Shit.
So yeah, this, ooh boy, that's kind of just bits, huh? A little bit of laser in there. Ugh.
This is more like dumping yourself into a vat of nuclear waste, is what you're saying.
Yeah! Base pirate encrypted data encoded.
I feel like we have, like, all this, fucking plutonium. We should just inject it into ourselves.
Seems likely we'll be much more successful using Metroids for our own means rather than trying to reproduce their powers. Fuck it, just sick them on people.
Fuck it, yeah, tame them.
Yeah, just tame them.
But we'll tame
I'm sure this could not go badly.
Beast. We'll also mutate them and then tame them.
Look, you just need to become a mother figure to them.
Disciplined Metroids. What the fuck off, guys? You guys
just make
are
a big old
idiots.
army of Metroids.
Why are the space pirates so dumb?
I love them. I love them so
like,
much.
They're so sciencey and they do all this science, but they're so fucking dumb.
What has
Common
science
sense,
rot?
my dude.
Westerman remains in quarantine area. All experiments been suspended pending
Toxic
pacification
Avenger in
of Aaron.
space.
Quarantine specimen exhibits highly aggressive behavior. Body structure composed of Phazon ore. Appears nearly invulnerable.
Uh-oh.
Rendered our efforts to train and discipline the subject useless.
Yeah, we fucking would.
Turns out a giant thing made of Phazon rocks.
Yeah, I am one. I'm Dr. Serene Dragon. Those guys are idiots.
Security breaches resulting in massive casualties have occurred in this Project Titan, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we'll come across this Project Titan at any point. Probably not. Metroid dissection continues to provide more questions than answers. Research teams isolated energy conduits. So basically, we found the suckers. The manner it actually extracts it from its prey, utter mystery. Victim doesn't lose blood or vital fluids, but it still sucks out all that sweet, sweet energy.
Mwah.
Delicious. Yum.
Do you need water or anything?
Yeah, a cup of water would probably be good for me.
Or you can't hear him, he's gonna
I am hiccuping
He's hiccuping.
mildly aggressively right now. Make our way over to here, the only other exit to the room, because fuck it, what else are we doing here? Aww, adorable. I think these guys are also missable. Ice beetles. Thank you.
There you go, honey. He's the PhD program at Space Pirate University.
Mm-hmm. ZB's you. ZBU. Anyway.
Your thesis defense is Phazon is fucking awesome, and here's why.
Alternatively, your thesis defense occurs with a sword. They take their academia extremely seriously. Mm-hmm. He hasn't noticed us yet.
Boom!
Now he's dead.
Goodbye.
I love space pirates because, if I remember correctly, yeah.
Oh.
They're just riding jetpacks in the middle of this research room.
I mean, wouldn't you? I mean, otherwise you have to
firing missiles everywhere.
Up and down all those stairs. I mean, this is multi-floored here.
Giant tanks filled with Metroids.
You want to go to another workstation, you have to go all the way up. I'd rather just jetpack.
Can I just say that I love this moment here? We've been walking by all these Metroids. One broke out of its tank, but you know, these ones seem totally fine. But you fucking know.
Oh, you know there's gonna be a breakout, yeah.
You fucking know,
You know
the moment you see these things in here.
You know it.
Central tank connected to circuit terminated. Well, I mean, there's a power-up in front of us, so obviously we have to go get it.
Oh, no.
I mean, I can't foresee any sort of consequences to doing something like that. Ah, there's another Metroid on this level, too.
Hello.
How fun.
Told you there's, like, multiple floors. I would totally jetpack and
Walking
walking all the way up and down.
The science team provided me with a jetpack.
Every time you wanted to go to the upper floor to check on the Metroid, they're feeding, you had to go back down to write in your computer. It's very annoying.
True.
And it's one of the reasons why, you know, it was great when my lab was right next to my office. But then when they moved, like, my office all the way up the ground floor, my lab was still on the 3rd floor, I basically just stayed on one or the other instead of walking back and forth.
So, thermal imaging software. That seems cool.
I'm sure that won't cause anything bad to happen.
Oh, I've frozen the cameras, and they're the only dangerous thing in this room. Form command. Thermal vision tests will begin
thermal
soon.
vision.
Abnormal heat traces represented red. We think red is a strong color.
Red is awesome.
Thermal visor interfaces sent to the quarantine area. Visors will be useful for any transport personnel involved in unstable subjects. And of course...
Oh, you know these guys got a pirate research grant for Phazon. They were like,
Oh, absolutely.
we want to inject Phazon into anything and everything.
And
they're like, oh yeah, guys, fuck us up. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking do it. You won't.
So, hey, you've been doing a lot of hard work on this thermal visor thing. Be a shame if someone just came in and hunted it from you. Thermal visor acquired. So it's our first new visor, and we can access it, or I guess, yeah, we've had the scan since the start of the game. It's totally our first new one. And so we can use it to do thermal things. Oh, weird.
Oh,
It's getting...
shit.
Getting real dark in here for some reason. Uh-oh. Remember those pirates?
Hello.
Well, if I switch to the thermal visor, turns out their shitty cloaking device ain't worth shit. So, as before, these guys are melee only, so they'll basically come up and attack you with their scythes. But, turns out you can just freeze the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Something I really like. If you, the ice beam shots are, like, black in the thermal visor view,
and
which is pretty cool.
it turns them dark,
yeah.
which is really cool.
Yeah, and it also, when you hit them with it, they freeze over and go completely black in it. So, hey, you come out here, it's pretty dark in here now.
Oh yeah, it goes without saying that space pirates also steal all their software.
Oh, weird!
Hello!
All of these Metroids seem to be breaking out. Now,
no.
if we were to go all the way up, we would get introduced to the next thermal visor mechanic. Yeah, we can see it from here, but basically there's like conduits in the walls that you can shoot with the wave beam. But you know, there is another door out of here. And normally we wouldn't be able to do anything about that.
Ah, we have the ice beam.
But it just so happens that we can skip kind of one of the tensest and honestly most difficult segments of the game by just walking out the back door. Yeah, like this entire segment is actually really, really tough if you aren't just completely breaking the game.
You don't have the ice beam.
Ah, here we go. This is the room that also has ice parasites in it. And I think they aren't here for... I think they're also missable here, to be honest. Usual gravity patterns. Gravity pulses. Those sound fun.
Are they supposed to be happening now?
No. So I think that hint was triggered by us walking through this door. Possibly by getting the ice beam as well. I'm not sure if this is the critical path, but I think it might be, actually. You would normally go into the pirate frigate and get completely blocked off, and then you'd get this gravity pulses thing. So I'm pretty sure us getting the ice beam was the thing that did this. And yes, we are supposed to have the spider ball by now, by the time that we are in this room. Like, this door right here that has the ice beam on it is the point where we are suddenly in a much later game area.
Yeah, the hint system is kind of busted, because, yeah.
The hint system has a lot of triggers that are, like, or that are, like, upgrade-based. So, like, we got the space jump boots and were immediately told about the wave beam. It was, like, the very first hint the game ever gave us.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, this whole area can be a bit of a maze, and there's a few things that I'm trying to do here. Oh, look, it's more things susceptible only to extreme heat.
Yeah, the hint system is doing its best. It's doing its best.
Okay, so I kind of have two options here. I can either go get the gravity suit by going back that way, or I can continue forward. I kind of can't get back here if I do this, though, so, or at least I'd have to go, like, way the fuck around things. Let's just go get the gravity suit and probably finish up there.
Alright.
I'll need to find a save point. I think there's one at the bottom of that elevator, though, so everything will be totally fine. Totally fine!
Oh, I was like, what hurt us? I was like, oh, there's a beastie down here.
Yep. It's the gel zap.
The gel zap. There's a boy
Aquatic
down
predator,
here.
electrically bound skeletal halves.
Hello, boy.
Brain located in the upper half of its body, heart and digestive in the lower half, only linked by electrical impulses. It can actually, like, fucking... So, like, when this guy shocks you, he basically fucks your visor up, basically. Quite annoying. He also fuzzes it when he's open. No, you wanna... There you go. Fuck off. Anywoo. That's bullshit game and you know it. Yeah, if you're underwater and you get to a jump that you can't possibly make with your current suit, the game will be like, stop trying, stop trying. And this is really where the biggest limitation of water shows up. You cannot jump in water. When you try to do it, you sort of just... bleh. So there is one more door that we could potentially take here. It is right there.
She is wearing, like, a big metal suit.
Gigantic power armor. And like 80 missiles at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Hello there.
Hello.
Mmm, gross ice parasites.
Ew.
Delicious.
Gross.
Is this a room? Oh yeah, it is. So remember how we saw that pirate lore about them keeping Metroids in the back caverns?
Yeah.
So this is a hunter Metroid. It's got an energy siphon, become more efficient predators with their tentacles and shit. Quick to anger, charge a troublesome prey. Yeah, 2 has the jetpack, mostly because it can't have a suit for it. So anyway, they're, as with many things, not nearly as dangerous to us. As with most Metroids. There's also this dude. The glider.
The glider.
Docile, airborne, unusual magnetic properties. Relatively peaceful existence. Magnetic signature attuned to common grapple beam technology. That's weird. Sport of glider riding involves using a grapple to attach to him and staying on as long as possible. So that's a thing you could hypothetically do, I guess. Rodeo and Juliet. Whee. So hey, we found their Metroid storage caverns. I'm sure that's not bad.
It's not gonna be a problem. Oh, it's fine. Fine.
Convenient save point. Lovely. Yeah, Talon Metroids. Entirely separate from SR-388 Metroids. Legally distinct entities, you know? I believe the only reason that dude is in there is to make it a bit more annoying to shoot that thing. Could be wrong about that, though. Might be something separate. Yeah, I think it is. Eventually another one in this room. Basically, I know you gotta plunge a fucking icicle in this room to get down into this water.
I think the doors were already here when Space Pirates landed.
Yeah, to get access to a higher up ledge to do things there. We don't have the grapple bap, so not much reason to worry about it.
A roll. Air free. Oh, they're dodgy today, huh?
They will do that sometimes. Sometimes they won't. One thing I do like about the thermal visor is that the HUD is totally different. Like your missile display is there, and like your health display is different than it is on here. There's kind of a curvature to it on your regular visor.
Yeah.
There's a lot of little touches like that. Anyway, if I take a quick look at the map here, it's starting to slow down, but we are out here on Phendrana's Edge. No reason for me to mention that at all.
Oh, we're going to another area.
Not quite, actually.
Ah.
This is its own thing, and the name won't be relevant for a while. It does seem like water transitions tend to give this thing trouble. Tend to give this the dolphin a bit of trouble.
Hello.
Damn you, Gel Zap. Robert Denby.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for the sub. No, I'm looking at him. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the sub.
So hey, we've fallen in the water, and there's only really one way for us to go from here.
Alright.
Eh. Whee! Dolphin doesn't like water. Go figure.
And we might do some testing off stream to see if that's a shader thing or like a.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was. Oh god, I just fucking blew up one of those gel zaps. Jesus, ruthless.
Absolutely.
Wow. Nailed it. I'm gonna head over to there.
Oh yeah.
Sort of need those.
Aw, thank you.
Up, up.
Hop, hop.
Over into this room where those gravitational anomalies were detected. Wandering into this water. Boy, it sure does suck to have to walk slowly through this water here. If only there was some way that I could
At least
move.
it's not yonder and you don't walk in and drown.
That's true. Samus is not currently drowning. Yep, there's some tentacles here.
Ooh.
They are Aqua Reapers. They're just like those Reaper vines from the Chozo ruins, but underwater now, I guess. There's poor vision of its rock-dwelling quote-unquote cousin. Relying on crude sonar. Hindered by water, Aqua Reaper has considerable speed and strength. He's large and powerful, and he's not your friend. But hey. Let's just continue moving on. Very, very slowly. Oh yeah, now you want to stay shut, now that I fucking zapped you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. We make our way up here very slowly and deliberately. Oh, and what would that be?
Ooh. Suit. Yeah, let's do it. I want a suit. Yeah.
There are a lot of things that make me think that the game had different potential upgrade paths and that this is the one that it settled on. time for the suit that we're going to be in for most of the game here. Get used to your lovely purple shoulder pads.
Yeah. Hey girl, get the shoulder pads on.
So one super minor effect that I love here is that your visor immediately clears up completely and you can see really far in water now. Like this room that was like super cloudy beforehand is now clear as crystal, so you immediately know, oh, I can navigate in water now. And now our movement in water is basically the same as our movement on land. The only thing being the transition between water and air is a bit awkward. But that's fine.
I isn't having nearly as much trouble now.
Yeah, I wonder if it was just like an effect. Different types of mineral deposits.
Ooh.
Volatile volcanic rock. Incredibly strong against tremors and concussive blasts. Unstable.
We need that hairdryer again.
Yeah, God, if only I could go and immediately find a hairdryer. I could go and get that. If only the very next upgrade that I could get was a hairdryer.
Are you saying the very next update we're getting is a hairdryer?
You know, I gotta give people some sort of hook. Keep watching my streams.
Tune in next time for hairdryer action.
For a hairdryer. So, these sentry drones are missable. I believe if you kill all of the ones in the game, they cannot be scanned anymore. There's a lot of random enemies whose scan data is missable. Oh, right, if you break the ice without having the grapple beam, it, like, doesn't properly come in. I remember that room having one that's, like, fucked up. So, yeah, it's the same security drone that ratted on us last time.
Fucker.
He's dead now.
Bye, asshole.
I'm happy.
No, I have to load. I have to load.
Pirates aren't very happy that we seem to have stolen a gravity suit. They were keeping here for safekeeping.
I mean, if they didn't want someone using it, they should have hid it better.
That is a fair statement. Hello there. Alright. That's a grapple bap right there. Fortunately, we can't really do anything about that.
Heading to the save?
Yeah. Oh lord. I think where I might go is actually the next area, because I believe there is a save point right behind the elevator.
Alright.
And I think that that's going to make it actually more convenient.
Yeah,
So, here's something kind of hilarious. You are not meant to have the gravity suit without also having the spider ball. The spider ball changes the appearance of your morph ball. And for that reason, so like the morph ball normally changes when you get a new suit, but the gravity suit does not have a regular morph ball model. So you get stuck with this orange one instead of it being correctly color coded. Yep. Anyway, we're actually back in the very first room that we came in out here, like the first big one. It may be a little bit more piratey now.
That's fine. These idiot boys.
When they're flying around, the ice visor tends to do pretty well against them. Or the ice gun. All right, yeah, I want to get to the top. As we do my super slow-mo remix of the Phendrana Drifts theme. Another one of my favorites in the game.
Yeah, pretty good.
The music in this game is so fucking good and I love it.
You're not a fanboy or anything.
Nope. I am entirely objective. All of my opinions are good and correct.
We're never getting the spider ball. That's the
rule of the
this
land.
Run is we're not getting the spider ball.
Suffer not a Samus to spider ball. Anywoo.
So we're going down here.
Yes. So like I said, this is kind of a one-way trip for me right now for reasons that will be obvious.
Yeah.
Once I go through this hole that is not just a spider ball track, but a weird wavy one. But hey, there's an elevator here. Oh, hey there, Magmore Cave South.
Ooh.
Yeah, Spider Ball is very skippable. I prefer not to skip it because it does have some dumb shit. I will absolutely be getting it, and it will be extremely cathartic for a lot of people as well. Cathardas. I'll workshop it. But, that said, if I take a quick look at the map out, you'll notice that we are, like, a ways away from the rest of the Magmore Caverns. That's the transport that goes to the overworld, and that's, like, that room that has the spider ball track that we got stuck on. So we're basically on the other side of that now. Yeah, we're gonna do Plasma Beam without Spider Ball, but we're gonna do that next Thursday.
Yep.
And yeah, that's a fair statement, Clockwork Babbage. You kind of gotta know what you're doing, but the next trick I'm gonna do is actually pretty freeform. But we will have to see that next time around. Because yes, the next upgrade we are getting is the Plasma Beam, and it is going to be a very fun time.
Yep.
Alright, I hope everyone enjoyed.
Yep, we'll be back tomorrow with cards.
Indeed, more Eternal.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.